Namaste, dear soul family. Welcome to the eSpirit World channel. Today's message may not be for everyone. But if you've ever asked, why am I still single? Why does love feel just out of reach? Or why do I feel like I don't belong in the usual path of marriage and family? Then, this message is for you. Because the truth is, you weren't rejected by love. You were redirected by the universe. Redirected to something higher. Something sacred. Not every soul comes to earth to build a home, raise children, and settle into worldly attachments. Some souls come here for something different. They come with a divine mission, a spiritual contract, a higher calling. And for them, marriage is not the destination. Awakening is. Before you were born, your soul met with your guides. And a choice was made. A path was chosen, not of comfort, but of consciousness. Not of belonging, but of becoming. Yes, you could have chosen a simple, family-centered life. But your soul said, no, I want to awaken others. I want to heal. I want to remember who I truly am. And so began your sacred journey. Segment 1: Why love may feel delayed or distant. You may have tried. You may have fallen in love, even deeply. But for some reason, it didn't last. They left. Or you left. Or life pulled you both apart. Why? Because your soul had other priorities. Not because you are broken, but because you are becoming. For many awakened souls, love gets postponed, not as a punishment, but as preparation. The loneliness you feel? It's sacred. It's not emptiness. It's space the universe is keeping clear. So you can hear the voice of your soul. Relationships often come with distractions, emotional noise, expectations, karma, compromise. But your path needed clarity, focus, solitude. To awaken gifts that only silence can reveal. Segment 2: Signs you were chosen for a higher path. Here are some signs that you weren't meant to prioritize marriage in this lifetime, at least not in the conventional sense. 1. You've experienced early spiritual awakenings. You questioned life deeply, even as a child. You sensed energy, patterns, unseen truths. 2. You feel like an outsider in family or social circles. You love others but don't fully fit in. You often observe rather than participate. 3. You attract karmic or intense relationships. Lovers who come and go quickly. Connections that teach hard lessons, then disappear. 4. You're drawn to solitude and inner work. Meditation, writing, healing, creative expression, these light you up more than traditional romance. 5. You feel called to serve, teach, or guide. Others come to you for advice. You have a natural ability to read people's energy. 6. You experience repeated delays in love or marriage. No matter how hard you try, something always blocks the path. These are not signs of failure. They are divine fingerprints that you were never meant to follow the ordinary map. You came here to build something deeper. A legacy of light. Segment 3: Your soul contract, a different kind of love. In the higher realms, souls choose their earth experiences like blueprints. Yours may have looked something like this: spiritual awakening, solitude and silence, healing old earth wounds, teaching or sharing divine wisdom. breaking ancestral cycles. Marriage and children, optional, not required. You see, not every soul needs a partner to feel whole. Some of the most ancient, awakened souls walk alone, but they are never lonely. Because they carry the universe inside them. Segment 4: What you came here to do instead. If marriage isn't your soul's priority, then what is? Maybe you came here to activate others through your words, art, or energy. Heal generational trauma through your own transformation. Be a guide for other seekers on the path. Channel divine messages, visions, or frequency. You are a light anchor, a being who holds divine energy while the world goes through its chaos. And yes, that can feel lonely sometimes. But it's also incredibly sacred. You are the reason someone else wakes up. You are the mirror for others to see their own soul. Segment 5: Love will come. But differently. This doesn't mean you'll never experience love. But it may not be romantic first. It might come as deep spiritual friendship, soul tribe connections, sacred companionship after your mission begins, a divine union much later in life, one that doesn't distract but supports your path. You see, love doesn't only wear the clothes of romance. Love is presence. Love is service. Love is truth. And when your soul's path is honored, love finds you in its most pure and aligned form. Segment 6: You are not alone. Dear soul, you are not the only one walking this path. Many others are waking up to the same realization that their journey was never meant to follow society's script. That they were here for something more. If you feel different, it's because you are. If you feel delayed, it's because your path bends toward the timeless. You are not behind. You are not unloved. You are not forgotten. You are exactly where your soul wanted to be. So if marriage hasn't happened, if love has eluded you, if the world keeps asking, when will you settle down? Just smile. Because you know something deeper now. You weren't sent here to settle. You were sent here to rise. Trust your path. Honor your soul. And know this, you are never truly alone on the higher journey. If this message resonates, leave a in the comments. Your soul family is watching. And we walk this path together. Until next time. Namaste. Stay awakened. Stay blessed. Stay divine.